to all of you here, especially to the young children who are making a little bit of noise. This is a good day, and we are glad that you are here. I want to say thank you to Colonel Christopher Paris for his outstanding leadership here at the Pennsylvania State Police. And I want to recognize and thank his outstanding command staff, including Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. They do an extraordinary job every single day, and I want to thank them for welcoming me here today. I believe the Pennsylvania State Police is the finest law enforcement agency in the entire country. And this leadership team and every single woman and man that puts on the uniform across our Commonwealth proves that every single day. Just yesterday, members of the Pennsylvania State Police responded aggressively and quickly to reports of an active shooter during a community mass at Villanova University down in the southeastern portion of our state. While other people there understandably ran away from what they perceived to be a moment of danger, it was the Pennsylvania State Police that ran toward that danger, ran toward that moment to try to help and keep others safe. I know this is a heavy responsibility. I also know it is a noble calling. And today, it is my honor to congratulate the 173rd class of cadets to graduate from the Pennsylvania State Police Academy, the 173rd class to take on that responsibility and answer that call to serve. That is a critical responsibility. 59 cadets graduate here today, and you represent the future of the Pennsylvania State Police. You made it through the 27 weeks of training, successfully completing one of the nation's most comprehensive and intense basic training courses for law enforcement. And now, you will be assigned to troops all across our great Commonwealth, where I am confident you will serve our communities with distinction and keep your fellow Pennsylvanians safe. Policing is a noble profession. Let me repeat that. I say it again and again. Policing is a noble profession. The women and men of the Pennsylvania State Police, they go to work every single day to protect and serve our Commonwealth and our communities. They put on the uniform, they kiss their families goodbye, and they head out into our communities with the goal of keeping us all safe, not knowing if they'll return home to their families at night. That's what Troopers Parashinsky and Jenkins did when they responded to a call in Susquehanna County 2 weeks ago. Their bravery and their quick action saved lives, and their sacrifice, putting their safety at risk to protect others, is a reminder of how critically important this responsibility is and how dangerous this profession can be. But it's also a reminder of how our community and our entire Commonwealth holds all of our state troopers and all of our law enforcement family up in prayer. How we need you out there and how much we appreciate the work you do. I shared those sentiments with the families of Troopers Parashinsky and Jenkins, along with the two troopers, and I share it with all of you here. We appreciate you, and we appreciate this life of service that you've chosen. It is my honor to serve as your governor, and I take my responsibility to support you seriously. I'm grateful for your service, and I want you to know that I've got your backs. That's why I'm working together with Colonel Paris and bringing together bipartisan coalitions in Harrisburg to make historic investments in our Pennsylvania State Police. We are laser focused on delivering the tools and the resources and the training that each and every trooper needs to do your job every single day. That's why we're constructing a new state-of-the-art campus at the Pennsylvania State Police Academy to train future generations of state troopers. I thank Lieutenant Colonel Bivens for his stewardship of that project. I was proud to join Colonel Paris at the groundbreaking for the new academy 2 years ago, and the first phase of construction is expected to be completed by next fall. Understand this has been talked about for years, but we work together to get this done. We also removed the college credit requirement for cadets, cutting red tape and keeping otherwise qualified applicants out of the academy in the past. That's changed under our leadership. This is now the third class that has graduated from the academy since we put experience and commitment to service above arbitrary degree requirements. And since we've made that change, we have seen applications to the academy increase by 258%. When I took office just over 2 years ago, I vowed to hire 2,000 new troopers and municipal law enforcement officials all across Pennsylvania. To deliver on that promise, we've invested funding for 4 new cadet classes, including this cadet class here. We've secured funding for 800 new troopers so far, and with this class, we have officially graduated more than 500 new state troopers since the day I took office. On top of that, we've helped fund 700 municipal police officers across Pennsylvania. We've done all of this work because of how deeply we value and appreciate you. You will now be on the front lines of keeping our community safe, patrolling thousands of miles of the Commonwealth's roadways and hundreds of townships and boroughs. You now have the profound responsibility to not only wear the uniform and the badge, but you have a responsibility now to lift up your community, to be there for people in their time of need, to diffuse tension, to respect the rights and freedoms of all Pennsylvanians. Your work as state troopers will ask you to take the training that you have just been through, take that badge and that uniform that you proudly wear today, and to integrate yourselves into a community and provide the most important thing for them, their safety and their well-being. That is an awesome power and responsibility, and it is one that I know you will each carry with determination, with resilience, and with humility. You will be aided in your service by the other women and men in your troop. You will also be supported by your loving family and friends, many of whom join us here today, who are making sacrifices so that each and every one of you can serve. And I want to take a moment to thank all of you here today who are committed to a life of service through your commitment to your loved ones, your family, and your friends who are up here. We appreciate you all very, very much. And so, I say to each and every one of the gentlemen and ladies who join me on this stage, congratulations on reaching this milestone. Thank you for your service. Godspeed to you, and may God bless the women and men of the Pennsylvania State Police. Thank you.